Welcome to the 2300 Pick 6 podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do Week 3 picks with Joe Law. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Walker, I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Just getting ready for All Out later on tonight, and then WrestlePalooza, and then after that, get ready for football, which we had an interesting Sunday, which was games I didn't expect to go down to the wire, which was my team against the Smurfs, and I literally got baited into when I said to that person I never would put that Money in the Bank briefcase on the line again because they were beating us so bad, decided to hit me up, and I got baited into it. But thank God the briefcase is still here. It's never going anywhere, and you will not get another shot again. And next time, you got me at my worst moment was baiting me, but it did not happen. And I would like to say to Fox, next time get Russ's record against us right. He's now 5-3 against us. Because it's one he lost in 14 to us against when Rolando McClain picked him off, the wild card, and then just recently.
Right. Yeah, that was game of the week, which was very surprising.
Yeah, it was.
I knew the defenses weren't that great, but damn.
Yeah, I knew ours wasn't that good, and then it got that worse, and I was like, as soon as I said, I know the Russ was going to fuck it up somehow in overtime because it was almost to the point where Dak almost made it worse when I thought he was going to throw and he was going, are we going for a fucking tie or are we going to try to win this fucking game? Because that's just worse than a loss.
Yeah, I think it was Neighbors with, 20 seconds left?
Yeah.
There was a 50-yard... I think that was the tying game or the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, that was the go-ahead touchdown was the one to Malik Neighbors. That was with 25 left, and that's when I was like, I said, I know the Giants are going to fuck this up somehow because I reminded myself, okay, back in 2003 when the Cowboys played the Giants in Bill Parcells' first year, it was a Monday night game. The Giants literally kicked it out of bounds by accident, and you gave the Cowboys good field position, and it left them with 11 seconds left to get one pass off. They got it good enough to get the field goal. Then they won in overtime. And I was thinking the exact same thing was going to happen again, which is New York's going to kick this ball out of bounds. Dak just has to make one good throw. Aubrey, which I'd never had worries about because he could kick it from anywhere. Hell, I wouldn't be shocked if he does decide to kick 70 yards.
Yeah, that was a good pickup from you guys. He's like one of the best kickers in the NFL today, if not the best.
Yeah, I put him on there as my top 10 kickers along with Jake Elliott because both of them are almost as equal.
Exactly. That dude can kick anywhere. He's a good fantasy kicker, too.
Yeah, he is. And I said I didn't have to worry. It's not like I have to sweat on pins and needles. I'll say eventually when Brandon Aubrey does, he's going to be one of my top 3 in Cowboy kickers. My favorite will always be Chris Bonial. Then Dan Bailey, and now he's the third one.
Chris Bonial, that guy. I remember that Monday Night Football game against Hughes where he bumped up the kick and all.
Yeah, that was when he was with you guys that time in '97 when we sucked pretty bad.
Yeah, that was coming to his end of his career. We got him for like peanuts.
Yeah.
He didn't do shit for us.
No, but I just remember Bonial was good when he was with us, and then Dan Bailey, before the back injuries occurred, he was very good. He was Mr. Automatic.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
It was like Tucker. Tucker was also his stuff, and then he just...
Age is kicking. Yeah, just age kicked in, and same with Young Wei Koo. He just got released.
Yeah, and he always kicked his. He was always caught inside the dome in Atlanta. He would always hit them and make Atlanta win all the time.
Yeah.
But they said, "All right, we had enough of your bullshit." And I was surprised they released him.
I was shocked too. They didn't have him for the game in Minnesota. They said, "Oh, he wasn't injured." I was thinking on my part they just benched him. Or y'all just benched him for this one game because it's only week 1. And now I can understand if this was like mid-season. I can understand to the point of benching him. If this was getting out of hand, okay, look, you've now cost me 3 games with implications. Now I got to bench you or I'm going to have to cut you.
Exactly. And, he got cut. A lot of kickers were messing up this year.
Yeah.
But I think he'll wind up in San Fran. They're pretty bad with kickers.
Yeah,
right
I could see him go there because Moody, I remember last year with Jake Moody when they played Tampa, the point when Debo wanted to kick Moody's ass when he got mad.
Exactly. I think they released Moody too. Well, not too, because of his shake-up after week one. I believe they released him and they signed a new kicker. And he didn't do too good, so I think they'll give him a shot.
It's Eddie Pinheiro, that's who it is. Because Moody is now gone. He got waived. And then they signed Eddie Pinheiro. So let's see, because we had good games. Your Eagles kicked ass against the Chiefs, and that was a good thing right there, which was, I know the Chiefs were getting mad about the tush push, saying they had a fumble at the end of the drive, and I was like, even if you review this, there's not enough evidence to overturn this. Out of all those bodies, how can you tell there's a fumble?
Exactly.
I'm looking when I saw the Chiefs with the ball, and I'm going like, I don't know if this is a fumble because you have so many bodies, you can't tell.
Oh, that's just like what happened Thursday night.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, did he really put his knee down and threw it to the ref? Because everyone's saying that was controversial. Like, Allen, put his knee down real fast and threw the ball to the ref. But if you look, he was like an inch off the ground.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins kind of got screwed there. But, I mean, they said they could do it that way, but that's just like, well, you could say Hurts scored a touchdown at the 1 yard line earlier in the game because the tip of the ball just has to pass.
Yeah, the tip of the ball just has to cross the end zone. Just one point, it has to cross that line, not your whole body.
Exactly, and you could see directly that the ball did, but they didn't call it. I mean, they missed a lot of calls.
Yeah, they did, because I thought the first time he got it the first time, and I'm like, all right, if you do it again, you know he's just going to get it.
But for the people that are saying, oh, the only reason the Eagles won is because of the tush push are stupid.
No, because the Eagles were dominant in that game. And regardless of what that score indicates, that game might have been close. But to me, the Eagles dominated that game regardless of that score.
Exactly, they did. Their defense kicked ass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we call an ugly win. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No big plays, and I know all the Eagle fans and us, we're all pissed off because the passing game is coming out flat again.
Yeah.
Because especially when you have a top 5 receiver in A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
He's supposed to get into it. You see all these other teams, like you saw the shootout between the Giants,
and
the Smurfs, and the Cowboys. You see them go into a shootout back and forth. And Russell Wilson looked like he went to the fountain of youth, like the Russell Wilson in Seattle.
Yeah, because that's what we were dealing with, Seattle Russ.
Exactly. And you see Jared Goff throwing bombs left and right, and Detroit putting up 5 touchdowns. And then you see the Eagles, they don't care about stats. I mean, AJ cares about stats, but Hurts rather cares about wins, which his record is 18-1 since they lost last year.
Yeah.
So he only cares about. He doesn't even care about stats. He can throw for 50 yards, he said, and he'll be fine with that as long as they get the win.
Yeah, that's all you get.
AJ wants the stats, but everyone's like, they're boring, and I understand. We're watching this. I'm not too sure about this new offensive coordinator because he's Nick Sirianni's friend. Mm-hmm. So every time Sirianni hires one of his friends, they don't do too good.
No, they don't. Because if you get somebody out live, like how Kellen did, he's the coach with the Saints, but look, Kellen started off very, very slow, and then after that, he got the offense in gear.
Exactly, and let's be honest, the Chiefs, they didn't do good. Yeah, their defense did okay for, what they did, but Mahomes doesn't have any weapons.
No, he doesn't, and he's going to be without Xavier Worthy again. And speaking of the Chiefs, and I'm just saying, this is just, I know it's panic mode for the Chiefs right now, and they're 0-2, and I know there's a little segment I used to watch. Remember the show His and Hers on ESPN with Michael Smith and Jamel Hill?
Yeah,
there was this one segment. They were parroting 12 Angry Men. It was at the time when Tom Brady got embarrassed by the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Jamel is literally asking Michael, saying, does Tom Brady need help? Michael Smith is dodges the question so much and dodges it until the 12 Angry Men reference comes out. You're damn right Tom Brady needs help. Same thing is with Patrick Mahomes. He needs help. He needs a receiver.
Yes. Tom Brady really didn't need help because he just used everybody.
Well, yeah, he did, but that was at the time everybody thought, oh, it was. I don't know if I can't remember that year. I'm at 14. If I do get Wolf on the show tonight, if I do talk to him, he might know the answer to this question. If you're listening to this, Wolf, you may know the answer to this question. In 14, when y'all lost to the Chiefs, were y'all on a losing streak, or was that just the beginning of everybody saying, oh, Brady was starting to struggle? Answer that question for me when you get a chance. If we talk tonight, or if we get on tonight, let me know if you're listening to this.
14. Yeah, that's when they started to struggle a little bit, if I do recall.
Yeah, and that's when I remember the infamous line Bill Belichick says, we focus on the Cincinnati Bengals, and then we all know what happened in the end.
Right. Brady left and still won a championship.
Yeah. That's why I said I can't remember with this one, but I know what this is. Yeah, the Chiefs right now are on a 3-game losing streak. Yeah, and I'm counting the Super Bowl. They've lost 3 games, and right now, and it's going to get if they lose to the Smurfs on Sunday night, then it's really, really more of a panic here, because I'm still going to say what I said, and I've been saying since the season. I don't see this team making the Super Bowl. I don't see it.
Nah, you can tell they're not going to make the Super Bowl because unless they make a few trades, they bring in some, like we all think Tyreek Hill is going to go back.
I do see it because Tyreek Hill right now is just, he did get a touchdown in that game against Buffalo, but right now the Dolphins are 0-3 due to his bad play. And let's go. First game, you should not have lost to the Colts. The second one is you threw a late interception to the Patriots. And now you done lost to. Well, they were going to lose to the Bills anyway. They were going to lose to the Bills anyway. I just thought they were going to.
They put up a fight.
Yeah, they did put up a fight, but I thought they were going to get blown out. I really did.
But Tua did what Tua does best, and he threw another interception.
Threw another pick. And right now,
literally, I know Christmas is coming, but he's giving out early Christmas.
Yeah, he has.
He throws these balls straight to the guy.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? The dude was right there just throwing it. He might be colorblind.
I don't know.
It's like, you're wearing the white jerseys. They're wearing the blue jerseys. Yeah. Don't throw to them.
No.
Throw to the guy with the white jersey.
Yeah, that's who you throw to. And right now, it's all on the grounds of, hey, is McDaniels going to get fired? And I already did have McDaniels on my hot seat of coaches.
Yeah, I think it's time for them to move on. Miami really hasn't been relevant the past few years.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs tried to trade for Achane because they don't even have a running game.
No, they don't. And Pacheco is not doing anything good right now because...
Since he got that injury last year, he just really hasn't been the same. He's took a major decline.
Yeah, he has. And like I said, and I talked this with some of my friends at work in the Whisper Sports Chat. I said, someone said, I don't see the Dolphins trading there. I said, if the Chiefs get a good offer, what they're going to give up, yeah, I'd take that deal because it looks like, I'm going to say it, the Dolphins are going to be sellers in the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They're going to be sellers.
They're definitely going to do that.
Yeah, because it's a full rebuild. Because the one thing is, okay, Tyreek Hill is disgruntled. Let me trade him off to get rid of my problem.
That's not going to solve your problem getting rid of him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying for them. I'm not saying it's going to solve the problem, but
And now that I think about it, that you just said that, I don't think Kansas City is going to trade for Hill now. 50-50, but I know they're tired of their wide receivers having off-the-field issues and always getting hurt. So maybe Hill might not go back to Kansas City.
Okay.
Because I know that there's a report I was reading that the ownership's very pissed off at their wide receiving core because of how Rice is suspended till week 7.
Yeah, Rice ain't going to be back till week 7. You don't know exactly when Xavier Worthy's going to come back because Xavier's doing everything in his power to come back. He's trying to rush his recovery. And sometimes that can hurt you too, and that can be a detriment to you.
Exactly.
And like I know it's and I know it's two different sports. They say like wrestling and football. I know there's two different sports, but like hey, at least with wrestling, hey, you could train so hard and push yourself so hard, but the moment you overtrain and over rehab and you break something, you're just making your rehab and your recovery even longer.
Exactly. And he's still with his ex-wife's coming out saying with domestic violence and stuff against them, and it's like. These athletes, I don't understand. Like your guys' new signing, Clowney. He was just arrested.
They just got arrested, down in Charlotte.
And Turbin on your team got arrested.
Yeah, he got arrested in the offseason.
So you guys are becoming the 1990 Cowboys again.
Yeah, because I remember Michael Irvin always couldn't stay out of jail. He couldn't stay off the coke.
No, but he should have went to jail. He got lucky.
Oh, yeah.
He was famous.
Yeah, that saved him. Yeah, but literally,
the Chiefs are in trouble.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are in trouble.
Division. That whole division is much better now than it was. I mean, and you look at the coaching staffs in that division. It's they're top notch.
Yeah, you got Andy.
Reid.
Yep, Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, you got Jim Harbaugh,
and Pete Carroll.
You have Pete Carroll. Yeah. That's a hell of a division right there of coaches. And what happened? And I think this was about to happen, but what happened when Andy Reid was with the Eagles at the end of his coaching career? They started losing. Yeah,
and that's when they started losing. And he was also going through personal problems too. You got to remember his son had just died.
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah, I'm saying when they were starting to lose at that point, then you got to remember that last year he was going through a tough time.
Yeah, he didn't show it though, but
yeah. I know he didn't want anybody to know, but we all knew what happened. His son had passed away, God rest his soul, and no parent should ever have to bury their kids.
No, and in Kansas City, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, his son hit somebody.
Yeah. Got arrested.
There, and got arrested. And he's still coaching and all, and they won the Super. I believe that's the year they won.
I think that was the year they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, he doesn't show his emotions, but I think Andy knows it's like, hey, because I know with a lot of things when he went to KC after that he lost a lot of weight because there was that one time when he got a little thin. I was like, damn, Andy lost a lot of weight. And I'm not making fun of people who are big guys right there, but he did need to lose a little bit of weight.
Right.
I don't want to see be a statistic of a heart attack or heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, but Kansas City, they have to come up. They got to show some fight, and it's not going to get easier for them. And the only one that's actually showing up to actually put points on the board is Mahomes.
That's it. Yeah, it's just him. And right now, after the Smurfs, you have a tough one against Baltimore. So your schedule does not get easier. And right now, you are already 0-1 in your division. The Chargers are right now 2-0 in the division. They have another divisional opponent down the road when we talk about the Denver game. And you literally got to be careful because if you get swept by the Chargers could take that division.
Yeah, that's my sleeper team this year.
And you said that was your sleeper team. And I'm saying why. Because right then and there, I was like, okay, Chargers right now have been playing some good football. They haven't played anybody tough. And this is, I could say, my 2-0 teams that are legit right now I can buy. The other ones I'm going to say right now, it's going to take a while to buy right now, are the Colts. I'm not going to buy just yet because Miami is not that good of a team. Denver, you got bailed out by a referee because the dude shouldn't have hopped over and committed leverage. You play the Titans. Until they play like a good team, I know eventually they got to play the Rams. Then I could start going a little bit down with the Colts saying that they're legit. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the Colts got to show me more right now. I mean, they squeaked by they played Miami, and Miami really isn't that good of a team.
Yeah.
And they just barely squeaked by.
By the Broncos, because they got bailed, because the guy doesn't jump over, commit that penalty. Denver walks away with a win.
Exactly. So the Colts, I don't think they're not going to be undefeated too long.
No.
Some of these teams, you got to look at like it was last year. Everybody was loving the Saints.
Yeah.
Everyone said, "Oh my God, the Saints! Oh, their offense is this. The Saints are undefeated. They're 2-0."
So they got beat by Philadelphia. Then they got exposed by Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Because that's when Philly exposed the blueprint how to beat them.
Exactly, and then you saw what happened to them. So some of these teams, like the Colts, I don't think it. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good with how they're starting out right now, but it won't last.
I don't think it will. Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to last. I'll go another 2-0 team that it probably won't last will be. I'm going to say both Arizona and San Francisco because right now you're still not using Marvin Harrison Jr. the right way, and Marvin's already complaining about it. So hey, good thing, Marvin. Open your mouth. Tell the coach.
Yeah,
this is how you feel. Open your mouth.
I mean, he's looking like a first-round bust, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude can play and all, and for some reason, Kyle Murray doesn't use him.
Yeah, he just keeps calling it Trey McBride.
Exactly, or guys you didn't even hear of, or that's been long ago at the team. If I was Harris, I would request a trade.
Yeah, if I were him, trust me. If he's going to say, hey, look, if I'm going to dwindle here, let me go somewhere where I know I could use my worth.
Hey, you can go to Kansas City.
Yeah, right. They need receivers. Yeah, I said I'm not saying that they're a legit 2-0 team. I'll go another one I don't think is San Francisco because, Seattle was a divisional battle, I understand. And then the other one was against the Saints, and now you've got a divisional battle here with Mac Jones again. Now, if Mac Jones can hold down the fort pretty good, I'm not saying we're going to have Mac Jones as a starter, but if he could hold down the fort just good enough to the point, there's possibly a chance that the Niners could compete. But I still don't see the Niners going as far this year.
No, I mean, San Francisco's dealing with injuries every week with somebody, and, they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. They're in the tough division this year. You got the Rams in that division. You got
Seattle. You got to deal with it time.
Seattle. Yeah, you got them in that division.
Then you got to deal with the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, and you got the Cardinals 2-0. You got the Rams 2-0.
Yeah.
You got the Seahawks 1-1, and you got yourself 2-0. So it's going to be a fight in that division.
Yeah, there's going to be a fight in the West.
I think in that division, the Rams are going to pretty much win that. I'm saying the Rams this week. I'm going with the Eagles.
No, same here. Yeah, I'm saying that too. Yeah, when we make our picks, I'm still going with Philadelphia too. I'm not saying the Rams are going to pull the upset off over against Philadelphia. No. I'm still picking Philly in this one. I just think the Rams are still going to win this division. I think right now this is going to be the first loss right now.
Yes.
I just think that. It's just right now I just can't be a believer in this team and say, okay, if I want to say another 2-0 team, which I could say Tampa, I could say is Baker's been doing this. He's been playing very, very consistent. It's just right now that the Bucs have not played. Well, the Bucs got in one dogfight with Atlanta, and I think Atlanta somewhat could be a sleeper team. They played the Texans, which right now the Texans have been struggling, and right now they have they could be in a potential trap game against the Jets because I don't want Tampa to thinking, hey, Philadelphia ahead 3-0, 3-0.
Right. They, like you said, the potential big name teams that are 2-0 that should get Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
They're legit.
Yeah, you know that Philly's legit. We know those. Those are your ones you know are your legit 2-0s, like Buffalo, Philadelphia.
Tampa Bay's been squeaking by.
Yeah.
They've just been getting, they had to fight their way at the last minute.
Yeah.
So they are good, but I don't, that offensive stuff. They could be pretty good, but I think they're getting Chris Godwin back, so I think they're legit too.
Yeah, I think they are. I just don't want is them getting into a trap game thinking about Philadelphia because that Jets game could be a trap game.
Hey, everyone wants to beat the champs. I mean, look what we did. We're in everyone's head right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Look at Chris Jones. Look at Chris Jones, an all-pro, Hall of Famer, and he was bitching and crying like, oh, they're using that move 7 times. Now you got the NFL crying about, oh, you got to watch the Eagles for false starts now. Now they're sending out memos saying you guys need to watch this more for false starts. and all this other crap. And guess what? The Eagles-Rams game, guess who's officiating? The guys that called the most false starts and holding penalties of the NFL crew. So the NFL's even trying to get that. Everyone's saying it's a rugby play, and
it's not. It's just a QB sneak. That's all it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is. Okay, and like I said, I'm a Cowboys fan. Have you heard me bitch and complain about this?
No.
Because I said, okay, it's something that the Eagles have done that nobody can stop, which is a very good play. Now, eventually down the road, somebody might find a flaw. I'm not saying this season, but someone will. The only way that play is ever going to get stopped is by a referee.
Exactly. And everyone's bitching and moaning saying this is a rugby play, but no one's listened to Maya Wilder that actually played rugby and said this is not a play. It's like, okay, you guys want to bitch and moan about that. Here, how about this? We put Maya Wilder as our running back for that first down. You guys want to bitch about that we're handing the ball off to a former rugby player that's running for that 1 yard line?
Yeah, I'm saying y'all get on. They get on you guys, but they don't get on. Okay, when Josh Allen does it, nobody gets on him. When the Ravens try it with Mark Andrews, nobody gets on them.
Exactly. It's like, so when the Eagles do it and they're perfect at it, everybody has to bitch around. But if Josh Allen does it, the Bill, like Michael Allen, Al Michaels said Thursday night, watching the Bills is the greatest show on earth. And every time they do, it's like, yeah, but their coach Sean McDermott sold them out saying, we do it, but since we got stopped, I want to ban the play.
Yeah.
But everyone can do it, but people bitch and moan because they don't do it as good as the Eagles.
Yeah, because the Eagles know how to do it right. That's the whole thing. Everybody has their ways of doing it, but unfortunately the Eagles have perfected it.
Yeah, and there's a difference between Hurts bench pressing like over 700, 800 pounds that can drive force to like Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Someone like that can't bench press at that and it just gets hit and goes down. That's not our fault.
No, that's not the Eagles' fault, no.
Exactly. So since the Eagles have a play that kicks ass and people can't stop it, now the whole league's all up in arms and crying and shitting their diapers that they can't stop it. So now they want to ban it. But it's like, okay, so just ban all quarterbacks in the extent since you guys want to cry.
That's the whole thing. Why don't you just ban the whole play? It would be easier. I'm saying last year y'all almost came close to banning it because due to one vote, thank God, one vote didn't get it.
Yeah, this causes injuries. Since when?
Since when? I haven't seen anybody getting injured.
And this goes to prove that the NFL always wants to have stuff their way and they're biased and they're a bunch of dicks that they have a conspiracy against the Eagles going because the Eagles have been doing this move for 4 years, and now all of a sudden, Dean D'Ambrino, that stupid moron referee, says, I'm tired of the tush push.
Yeah.
And then Adam Scheffler goes on First Take, I believe, Monday's like, the Eagles, they lost this back in March, Kansas City lost this game back in March because
of the tush push.
They didn't ban the tush push.
Well, that's bullshit. The Chiefs lost that Super Bowl because the Eagles dominated them from offense, defense, and special teams.
I know, but
I know it's just every excuse. They're just trying to denigrate the win from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and ESPN is owned by the NFL, or the NFL is owned by ESPN. So I know they're getting their word out there because they want to be this banned move because it's not cool enough for them and people can't stop it. It's like in the 4 years, have you ever even heard anyone even getting hurt from the tush?
No, I have not. No, I have not heard an injury or anything.
Exactly. And Mailata says it takes a lot out of the offensive line, what they have to do. So, if anything, the Eagles' offensive line's the one that's getting more hurt.
Because they're the one getting winded doing it.
Exactly. And they're at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, they're literally at that bottom of that pile.
I mean, what's next? The NFL ain't going to like 3-yard passes. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah, because the NFL just want to just bitch about something. But like I said, I haven't had an issue with this move, regardless of y'all beat us. Okay, I have not had an issue with it unless I would have said, okay, if they were like literally grabbing Hurts doing that, then I'd have an issue with that.
It's so crazy that one
play
move that has the world talking every time. That people, I mean, that's good for the Eagles. Like, hey, and the Eagles are like, you know what? They'll probably get banned next year because they'll come up with some bullshit excuse.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know. Yeah, because the NFL is trying, and then there's going to be the part where somebody actually gets the vote, and it's going to be like, oh, well, sorry, guys, you can't do the tush push anymore.
Yeah,
because this year it came very close. Thanks to one vote. It almost lost by one vote to getting it banned.
And that's what they're going to use next year to get it banned. It's like, well, the officiating can't see it, and then they're going to take the Kansas City game and be like, look at this. This is, he jumped too early, and we can't tell like that. It's like, okay, well, Kansas City lines up off sides, the ball. Half the players of the defensive head was past the ball that was offsides, but that didn't get called.
No.
But no, everyone's crying that the Eagles all started early, and now the NFL officiating's like, oh, well, we can't tell. It's too hard.
Yeah.
It's too hard to see. I mean, God forbid if I get my eyes checked.
I'm just saying in all this, it's okay. Y'all are really bitching about this because the Eagles perfected something that nobody can stop. And y'all are trying to find a way, okay, so this now you can't stop it. Hey, let me go to the higher-ups and stop it.
You know what? If I was the Eagles, I'll say, you know what? Fuck yous. You guys want to do this? Okay, you know what? Tush push all damn game.
Yeah.
I'll make this game the most boringest game ever.
I can see that eventually occur. I can see Sirianni do some shit like that.
Hurts, set the bench. Barkley, you're in for the tush push. Barkley sit, Hurts, you're in. Hurts, Barkley, you sit. Mailata, you're in for the tush push now.
Yeah.
Dylan, you're in. A.J. Brown, we're going to get you involved. You're in for the tush push.
Yeah, I can see that happening down the road. Yeah, it gets to that point, but that was that one. That was for our 2-0 team. The only one 2-0 team that I think their season is done is the Bengals. Now that, as much as we wanted Joe Burrow to go off to a fast start, unfortunately he suffered a turf toe injury, and now the Bengals season is done.
He suffered the worst one.
Yeah, I've never had turf toe, and I don't ever want to know what that feels like.
Nah, I mean, the first one's painful, but the third one is definitely painful since you have to get surgery. I mean, it sucks that Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, is going to be out for 3 months.
Yeah, literally, and I'll agree with they said the Bengals season's done because you got to have to hope for is if you can get it to enough where it's the point, okay, hey, I'm fighting for a wild card, then Burrow would come back. But if it's to the point where you know, hey, I'm not going anywhere, I would just put Burrow on IR and just let him come back for 2026.
I don't say their season's done yet.
Okay.
I mean, they don't have a tough schedule this year. They do play weak teams. But, they still got Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they still do. Yeah.
Their offense is still intact. The only problem is that offensive line.
That is the issue. And the defense. Yeah, the defense, too. Yeah, because if you look at the Bengals' schedule down the road, now I know they got to play Carson Wentz, then you got to play Denver, then you got a tough one against the Lions and the Packers. Then your divisional battle with the Steelers, that's going to be close. Jets a little iffy, Bears a little iffy, Steelers again. New England, I don't know. Baltimore, yeah, you're in a tough one. And then I would say if you get Joe Burrow back for Buffalo, that's where it's really going to be tough.
Yeah, and Burrow will be rusty by then, but I don't think they'll rush him back.
No, I don't think you want to rush him. No.
I know. You said, depending on where they stand with their record and all.
Yeah. But if it's to the point where you could salvage something, I'm saying, like, okay, if you have a good record enough to fight for a wild card spot as a 7 or 6, that's when I'd say, okay, yeah, I can bring Joe back. We're in contention, and we can get this wild card. But if it's to the point where I know, hey, I'm not getting a wild card, and I know I'm not going to the playoffs, don't put him out there. Don't put him out there to get hurt. Don't put him back out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth it, but
no.
We'll see. I mean, their defense is always the question mark.
That is the question mark, is the defense.
The backup when Burrow was hurt before, he went 5-3. Yeah. So, I mean, and like we were just talking about, you still got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I mean, you still got Chase Brown.
Yeah.
So, and your tight ends ain't that bad either. So,
No.
I mean, you can squeak by.
Yeah, you can squeak by a couple of wins. I'm saying now tomorrow I don't know how they're going to do against Minnesota because J.J. McCarthy's out for 2 to 4 weeks, and that Falcons-Vikings game literally put me to sleep because it felt like a Twins and a Atlanta Braves game. Because I really, because I said before when the schedule came out, now I said what I said about that schedule coming out. Oh, I said this was going to be a bad game. I didn't expect it to be like that.
No, nobody did. I mean, hell, that's one of my pools that I had him throwing for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I had Justin Jefferson getting a touchdown. I had Aaron Jones getting a touchdown. I had Bijan getting a touchdown, and no one showed up.
No one showed up. It was just the kicker and Tyler Algier.
Basically, it was just Bijan Robinson versus the Vikings. He's the only one that showed up. He had 100 combined yards, 100.
Yeah, Bijan showed up, and the only person that scored for a touchdown was Tyler Algier. That was it.
And like I said, I'm not too fond with their pick right now. Kyle
Pitts,
yeah. The Atlanta quarter. He hasn't shown me much. I mean, he hasn't done that much. And J.J. McCarthy, he hasn't done.
No, and not like I said. Penix had that one bit of flash against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Okay, you look at that, and then you look at J.J. You look at his bit of flash. Okay, when he calmed down, but then after that, I don't know what happened to either two of them. I was like, what happened to that flash? That's what I wanted to see was that last bit of flash.
Yep.
And I didn't see that there. I looked at this and I saw a Braves and a Twins game.
Exactly. I mean, it was pretty boring. And that's another thing. I'm saying to myself, and I'm asking people too, I'm like, why the hell are they giving us the Vikings on prime time again when they were just on Monday night?
Yeah, they were.
What's up with this Minnesota love?
I don't know. I don't know what the schedule makers see in Minnesota. What are y'all going based off of last year with Sam Darnold and the record? Well, you can't base it off of that.
I mean, if you wanted a prime time game, why don't you just do Eagles Chiefs?
That should have been the prime time game.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like I said, okay, yeah, it was an ugly game, but it was still a good game. Yeah, like I said, regardless of that score, that game wasn't as close as it should have been. Like I said, the Eagles dominated that game because of the defense.
Yeah, it was the most watched game on Fox. 33.5 million watched that game.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the NFL's pissed and angry that it wasn't a shootout.
Yeah, I think that's what they were mad at. I think they got more mad at was they didn't expect Dallas and the Giants to go to a shootout.
Well, that's on them. I mean, everyone sees Dallas and the Giants ain't that good.
Everybody was thinking, Dallas was going to blow out the Giants, and that's what I thought too. But nobody expected it was going to be, we didn't know it was going to be back to what it was when it used to be Eli and Romo outdoing each other.
Exactly. Russell Wilson went to the Fountain of Youth. And that's another thing. Speaking of Russell Wilson, I mean, if the Giants lose tomorrow, but I have them on upset alert. I think they might pull an upset.
I wouldn't be shocked they do. When we get to that pick, I do have I'd still have the Chiefs winning that game because they're desperate here. I just have the Giants covering because we all know how the Chiefs were against bad teams with the spread. They did not cover.
But if a team that needs a quarterback like Cincinnati, they could trade for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they could.
Dark can start doing his, and then Wilson will be the backup. So
yeah, because it's not like Russ is Russ had this good moment against us, but the thing is, was it just a fluke or hey, maybe this wasn't just a fluke, maybe it's just a sign to come, but we don't know what's going to happen down the road with Russell Wilson. And then we have before we make our pick, we have which 0-2 teams are on panic besides the Chiefs, and the Dolphins are already done right now because they're 0-3. What other 0-2 team you think is on panic alert?
Which other 0-2 teams are on panic alert?
Yeah, besides the Chiefs, we just said.
Oh, yeah. I think the Chiefs will be, once they get their bearings in order, they will start coming around. I mean, they need more offensive help.
Yeah, they do.
They need more offensive help than anything because Mahomes can't do it. They need a run game as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised Pacheco has been as bad as he has. He came out of it good his rookie year, and then when he got injured, he just hasn't been the same. I've been like that. So let's see. What's y'all in two teams?
We have Chicago.
I know. Damn, these teams all suck.
If I'm going to say who's more important, I'll say Houston.
The Bears got a chance. The Bears have a chance to help themselves, but not. They're in a tough division.
Yeah, they're in a tough division.
Packers. You got the Lions, and you got the Vikings. Yeah. But I think the Vikings are going to start dropping soon. But I believe in Carson Wentz too. But
like I said, I can trust Carson Wentz. But I said this to one person. I said Let's say if Carson does really, really good, do you want to keep JJ on the bench to learn a little bit more before you want to put him back in?
Exactly. The Smurfs are going to be the same. Yeah. They're going to do okay. They'll probably win 2 more games than what they did last year.
Yeah.
Because their defense, ain't looking too tough.
No, it is not, because everybody praised and said that this defense was good, this defense was going to be good. That defense did not do good because it literally collapsed in overtime.
Exactly. Hey, I wanted them. I picked them to beat the Commanders week 1 because I thought their defense was going to do good. They're going to do pretty good to hold them up. And, well, I was wrong. And then you saw Dallas just, lit them up.
Yeah.
Dolphins, we talked about them. They're on garbage time right now.
Yep.
The Jets,
they're
a young team. But the Jets could actually pull themselves up. Their division ain't that tough. Besides the Bills, basically it's just the Patriots, Jets, and
the Dolphins. Yeah.
Dolphins that are basically fighting for second place because the Bills pretty much have that division locked.
Yeah, that division's already on lockdown. We already know the Bills have won that division. Insert Bills already.
Exactly. The Texans.
I would be worried about them right now because they got a lot of injuries. They almost could have. They have a lot, and they almost could have pulled it off against Tampa. But I will say the one stupid mistake they did was they should not have ran that kick out.
No, they shouldn't. But their run game isn't as strong.
No.
Because Chubb is coming off some serious knee injuries he had, and he's not the same like he used to be.
Mm-mm.
Everyone's double teaming Nico Collins. Stroud, that everyone loved after his rookie year, hasn't done much.
No, now he's getting into a slump right now.
And his offensive line is like Cincinnati's offensive line. Like, they're not that good.
No, I'd worry about Houston right now. I know right now.
Yeah.
I know, even though the Colts are 2-0 right now, but you also got to worry about is the Jags, and you also got to worry. I'd say more like I got to worry about the Jags. Even though they're 1-1 at the moment right now.
Yeah, true. Their defense is good, though.
Yeah.
The Texas D is good. I mean, if they're going to pull out some wins here, I think their defense could keep them in it and give them some wins. But their offense, they don't got nothing. No. I mean, they went outside some receivers like Burris, but he ain't that good.
No.
And when Tank Dell out this year, that's really hurting.
That is hurting them right now with Tank being out, and because here's the thing, Dalton Schultz and Nico Collins can't do it all.
No, they can't. And, Carolina, they're just Carolina. I mean, they're playing for first-round picks.
The usual.
They're improving. I mean, I thought Arizona was going to collapse at the end with Carolina coming back the way they did.
I almost did too, but then Calais Campbell sacked Bryce, and that's what ended it. That game-ending sack.
Exactly. The Saints are who we are. They're just,
that's a rebuild.
Two past weeks I thought the Saints at home, their guys are healthy. I'm like, they'll do pretty good.
Yeah, and I also thought because you were dealing with Mac Jones, I thought, hey, you got to win here, but apparently no. That guy's kibosh, and then the Titans, we know, hey, that's a young team, and it's going to be a while.
Exactly.
I think we didn't talk about the Browns. Yeah, sorry, we forgot one more Cleveland Browns too. So.
Yeah, Cleveland's Cleveland. I mean, their defense is good. Their offense is always in shambles. I mean, I mean, they got Flacco, but he's like 40 now.
Yeah.
And, they're not using their offense that good. I mean, they don't have a good run game. I know they just got Sampson back or Jenkins back from his thing and signing and off the field issues.
Yeah.
So, but the receiving core, they don't have a good receiving core at all.
No.
I mean, everyone's saying Jerry Jeudy. It's like, well, Jerry Judy's okay.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's okay. I never put him at like a top 5. Yeah, he wasn't like a top.
No.
He wasn't like a top 10 receiver or anything like that. I thought Jerry Judy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought he was okay in Denver, but after that, it's like, okay, we all know Cleveland's just. It's going to get to the point of, okay, do you go to Dillon Gabriel or do you go to Shedeur eventually?
They're going to go with Dillon Gabriel.
Yeah.
Because he was a higher pick.
Yeah,
but
he was second.
Here's the thing that's funny that we're talking since we're talking Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders would have been drafted by the Ravens and the Eagles before the Browns, but he told both his agent and him have told the Ravens and Eagles he did not want to go there because he didn't want to be a backup.
He was still going to be a backup regardless.
Well, in his mind, he thought he was going to be a starter, so he told the Eagles and he told the Ravens that he had no interest in them.
He basically told both of them to go fuck themselves, basically.
Pretty much. So now you went to Cleveland, and you're not even the backup. You're the third string.
Yeah, that's worse.
So it's like, who would you rather do? Go to the Eagles and learn from Hurts and get knowledge, or go to the Ravens with Lamar Jackson
and get more knowledge too?
And you play the same style as most of those quarterbacks, where in Cleveland, you don't have the style like Joe Flacco does, because he's a pocket passer, and you're a running quarterback. Yeah. So basically, you took a shot on yourself, and your agent took a shot, and you guys fucked up because you thought that, this is the NFL, I'm going to start right away.
No, that's not how it works all the time.
Exactly.
The only person that had to start right away was Cam Ward, and that's understandable. We know why.
Yeah, so instead of you being on a good team and learning the NFL and watching and all that and making yourself better in the practices, you fucked up, and now you're stuck in Cleveland as a third guy. But it's Cleveland, so he will get a shot soon.
He will get a shot soon, yeah, because Cleveland, we know how they go through quarterbacks. If everybody still has that jersey, I think it was like God knows how many quarterbacks Cleveland went through.
Well, he was the number one selling jersey for Cleveland when they drafted him. And I know last week they put Dart in for Flacco. I think either Flacco got hurt or they were being blown out. So I think
Cleveland played Baltimore. They were getting blown out by the Ravens.
Yeah, so they put Dart in. It's like, hey, kid, welcome to the NFL. Or here's the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, because you have your quarterbacks. It's Joe Flacco, Dillon Gabriel, then Shedeur, and then after that it's Kenny Pickett, who's your fourth one.
Exactly. I mean, they traded Pickett.
Oh, they traded Pickett. Okay.
They traded him to I think he's with the Raiders now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the backup. But yeah, I mean, I've never seen a football team like Cleveland go through so many quarterbacks like toilet paper.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's talent there, but you just don't have the coach that can do with that talent.
They're good on defense. They can get talent on defense. On offense, they can't get dogs.
No. They do have a good defense. Yeah, you got Myles Garrett and you have Malik Collins.
Yeah, mister, I want to get out of Cleveland. Oh, here's some money. Oh, okay, I'll stay.
Yeah. That's how it is.
I'll stay for that. Yes, so we see Garrett instead of wants to win a Super Bowl. He just wants a paycheck, just like
Max Crosby.
Just like, I was just about to say Crosby. You know, he just wanted that paycheck. So we were talking about this, me and you, a while back on another podcast. I think it might have been last year.
Yeah, last year I said when Hutchinson went down, I said Detroit better make a move to try to get Max Crosby.
Yeah, and I was telling you, Crosby didn't want to go anywhere. He liked Vegas and he liked where he was. So it's just like some of these players,
it's loyalty.
For a contract, and others play for the championship.
Yeah. They just want to stay low. Like I said, nothing against the city of Las Vegas. Las Vegas, very eventful. Everything that goes down there. You got everything down there. It's a good attraction. Even though it's going to be the last WrestleMania down there in the United States until next year when they go to Saudi.
Yeah, that garbage there. It's all about the money now.
At least I know Tony Khan did state for 2027 he is going to do something to counter program it in 2027. He just doesn't know yet what he's going to do.
Is he? I heard this. He definitely going to go up against WrestleMania, or is he just going to have something near WrestleMania?
I think he might have something near WrestleMania. He said in the spring of 27 he's going to plan something. So wherever WrestleCon goes, he probably might do something with WrestleCon, whatever state it goes to. Because WrestleCon even stated, no, we're not going to go on hiatus like we're doing for the Royal Rumble. We are going to do something for it. We're just going to pick somewhere in the United States. We just got to pick where we're going to do it.
Right. Well, yeah, because I read somewhere that he was saying that he was going to... when I first read it, that'd be cool if he came to Philadelphia with it.
I wouldn't mind, because when we had the residency, the time when we were on breaks, like when they were doing like, hey, we're on commercial, we're about to go, we all started chanting all in Philly.
Right.
And that was during the breaks. We would chant all in Philly, and then you'd hear Justin Roberts get the mic, and then you would hear Anarchy get the mic, and it'd go like, let him hear you. Because they were like hyping it up.
Exactly, they were, and
because they were like literally hyping up. Even Daniel Bryan is saying, "Hey, look, we'll try to get you one." Even though he wanted to go, he wants it in Seattle because of him being a Seahawks fan. I said, okay, if Tony Khan were to do an all in Philly, I could give the two locations he would pick. Either you could do it at the Link or you could do it at Citizens Bank.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool that they did something like that.
Yeah.
And hey, NWA at the time, they went up against WrestleMania, because WrestleMania was being paid and was first starting out, and they said, hey, we'll put a
Clash of Champions
pay, right on TBS for free. But I think AEW won't do it.
No, I know AEW is not going to do free TV. AEW is going to try to make us pay for it. That's the thing.
Just like the bullshit we're dealing with. You were talking about before we came on, like how I'm an HBO subscriber to Max, and same with you. But yet we got to pay now to have
the pay-per-view.
Get a pay-per-view instead of getting it like how WWE did when they were on NBC Peacock. Like, we paid, but we got the premium, the PLEs for free on there without paying. Like, oh, you guys got to pay $50 or $45.
Yeah, literally, I just had to pay $35 right now for this. I had to pay $30 right now, $35.
Yeah, same with me. And whoever's watching that, if you want to understand what we're talking about, ESPN is being schemy and sneaky.
Yeah.
Me and Walker had Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. And when you have that, you think you have the unlimited new thing that came out, but you don't.
No, you don't.
The ESPN Select they give you for certain little things that you can and cannot watch. So you definitely have to upgrade now, like we both did. You have to get ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus with a bundle, and you're going to cost. It's going to cost like $10 more from if you already have that, because they don't tell you that. They just said, "Oh, ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu, all in one package." But then when you go to it, it's like, well, here's the kicker: you only have ESPN Select. So
because that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought I was good when I had it, but then they said, "No, you got to." Yeah. And I was like, great, so here we go now. And like literally, I said, I'll be glad once November comes, and I know we're 2 months into it. At least with Full Gear, I don't have to pay for that on Max because I'm literally going to be at Full Gear, so I don't have to worry about that one. That's one money that's saved for me.
No, there you go.
Because that's in Jersey, and that's not that far.
So are you going to be a Saudi and go to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, God, no. I will not go to that country.
You like to travel, pal.
I do like to travel, but I'm not going to go to that country.
Wow, there's WrestleMania, man. You're there for WrestleMania.
No, I won't go for that. No. Like I said, this was supposed to be my break from Mania because I would like to try to at least go to at least maybe one WWE PLE and one AEW event for a year. Try to at least get that in. Well, this year was 2 WWE events and 1 AEW event because, like I said, I would have gone All In had SummerSlam not been in Jersey.
Right.
That was the whole thing. If SummerSlam did not come to Jersey, I would have decided, you know what? I do want to go to All In Texas. I do have family down in Texas, so it wouldn't have been hard for me to do. But SummerSlam being in Jersey, that was the only reason why. But this year, like I said, I was going to take a break from WrestleMania because it was going to New Orleans. At the time, we all thought it was going to New Orleans. But until WWE decided to fuck over the state of Louisiana and say, oh, we'll give you Money in the Bank in August as a consolation.
Well, yes, WWE doesn't care. They can announce something and then they'll change it because people could come in now and just be like, we want to buy WrestleMania here, but we're having a new. We'll give you $350 million. Okay, sold. You got WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. That's how Vegas sold them. Yeah, because I thought Tony. Yeah.
Here's the kicker. While we're talking about that, is don't be surprised if the Saudi Arabians try to buy WWE from TKO.
I'm not going to be shocked by that. I wouldn't be shocked.
Because they're trying to get everything down there and trying to get,
Yeah, you already got the Royal Rumble down there for next year.
Exactly.
They already got the Rumble.
You came out of nowhere. You pay like $250 million for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the women are pissed because now they got to wear them stupid-ass one-piece suits.
Yeah, because you could see in that whole press conference, you could see Liv was upset, Stephanie was upset.
And Charlotte was.
And Charlotte was pissed. They all were pissed.
Even Seth Rollins looked like he was pissed.
Yeah, they knew it right then and there. And I would have said right then and there, hell, I know Tony Khan could deny he doesn't watch, but hell, you knew he was probably grinning ear from ear. Oh, I could take a good shot here.
And my thing is, I'm wondering, is that a Triple H call that made that to go down there, or was that TKO board member?
I don't know who made that call.
I think it was TKO.
That had to have been a TKO call. It had to have been because there's no way. If they would have gone, like I said, I could have took a partial victory. If it would have gone to Canada, I've never been. I always wanted to go to Canada. I wouldn't mind going to Canada. The UK is a little bit tough because you got to do a lot because you have to get a book passport, and I don't. And I have to get a lot to go through hoops to get a passport.
Right.
Like I said,
because like you were saying. And like we were just talking about, like, even the TKO guy said, oh, well, the prices, Vince McMahon was just doing family pricing and wasn't profiting WWE more. We can up the prices more. He's trying to raise so they can push the people out that are fans and try to bring these rich people like the NFL does and the NHL and all that, trying to get these preppy skybox business owners who don't even pay attention to the game, where the real fans are getting pushed out because, well, let's face it, we live in a world today where the only thing that counts is money.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that counts is money. That's the whole point where, WWE is trying to get rid of the original fan base that helped them, and you wonder why that those fans are now flocking to AEW.
Yeah, and look at your perfect example. Like last year for WrestleMania, you don't have to give your price out what you paid for everything. But now they're doubling and tripling the price of last year's people that paid for WrestleMania more this year. Yeah, because literally I paid. Yeah, I paid for my tickets. The only thing that I did not pay out of pocket was my airfare because my mother paid for that because she was with me in Vegas because she went on business. She paid for airfare. The only thing that I paid a lot for was the tickets to SmackDown, Raw, NXT, WrestleMania both nights. Let's add WWE World Photo Ops and WrestleCon. So I paid like a lot. Yeah, so now you're going this year again, maybe, and that means you're going to have to triple the price. Yeah, now I got to triple it. Yeah, and now I have to triple it because, now I have to decide on,
Because I said, this was supposed to be my break, because I didn't want to go to New Orleans, and I said nothing against Louisiana. I just know what I would have did in Louisiana, was just get drunk and eat a bunch of crawfish. That was it. Now, if it would have gone to something like Cali, Nevada, Florida, Texas, or if it came down here locally, that's fine. I wouldn't have an issue with that. But I said New Orleans was going to be the break, and then I would be like, okay, if All In decides to come back to the United States again, which now it went back to London, so I'll just decide and wait. Because I have a feeling I know we're not in 2027 yet. There's the possibility Tony could decide and go, hey, you know what? I'll do All In Philadelphia wanted it because we did the residency and we had a good week, had a good 4 weeks there, 3 weeks there. There's the possibility he decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to bring All In to Philly. I just have to decide which venue I want to do. Do I want to do it in the Link or do I want to do it in Citizens Bank? That's just the question I have to figure out.
Right. And it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, people today always got to decide. Oh, well, do I have to pay my electric bill or do I have to get food? Do I have to do this? I mean, people are tough. They think money just grows on trees.
No, it doesn't. Money is not. And trust me, it ain't easy to make a living. It's not easy to find jobs these days.
It's not. I mean, you got to be perfect for a job that wants you now, which sucks. But, it's just a joke. Even Randy Orton said when someone told him the price, they're like, how much did you pay for your ticket? And the guy's like, $16,000. Randy's like, are you, what? That's just too much.
That is too much, yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're going to get to this point. I would love for but I know they're not going to do it before we make our picks here. I would love I know us as fans have already voiced our opinion, but I would like them, the wrestlers, to go, hey, stand up to your boss and say, hey, look, we're not going to go to Saudi Arabia. We're going to protest. But I know that's not going to happen. They're not going to do that.
Right.
Because trust me, in a real world, something like that, if the WWE was unionized, thanks to God rest his soul, Hulk Hogan was the one that ruined it. Because if they would have had a union, this would have got stopped easily in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, we're not going to have that. But unfortunately, we're going to have it in Saudi, which I am not going to Saudi Arabia. I do love to travel, but that's one country I will not go to is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, their rules and everything is so messed up.
Like I said, if it would have gone to Canada, I wouldn't have minded because I've never been to Canada, and I've always heard that Canada is a very nice country, and I've always wanted to go to Canada.
Right. They got Mooses and Mounties.
Yeah, they got that, and they home of maple syrup. They gave us hockey, even though we do take the cup a lot all the time.
Yeah, I mean, hockey. That's what was one of the things that was great about Canada was hockey. And we came and like, give us that.
Yeah, and we literally overtook your sport, and you haven't won the cup since '93 when Montreal won it.
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing against Calgary. When you lost to Florida again, never mind. Sorry, you're not getting it. Well, what was it? Was it Calgary or Vancouver?
Calgary.
Yeah, because then it was Calgary. Yeah, Calgary lost twice to Florida.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the Canadian teams have lost to Florida.
Yeah. But before we make our picks, Joe, who should we get for fantasy?
Fantasy this week. Let's see. Starting off with quarterbacks, I like Patrick Mahomes this week against the Giants.
Okay.
I like Lamar Jackson this week against Detroit.
Okay.
I like Jalen Hurts against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I like Baker Mayfield against the Jets.
Okay.
I like Dak Prescott against Chicago this week.
Okay.
Also, I like Daniel Jones against Tennessee this week.
Okay. That's not bad picks.
Running backs, I like Christian McCaffrey against Arizona.
Okay.
Bijan Robinson against Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Saquon Barkley against the Rams.
Oh, yeah, because he did. Yeah, he ran a muck up on them 2 games, the one on Sunday night and in the playoffs in the snow.
Exactly. I like Jonathan Taylor this week and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
Also like Josh Jacobs against Cleveland and Derrick Henry against
Detroit.
the Lions this week.
Okay.
Receivers, CeeDee Lamb. I hate to say this, but Puka Nacua.
That pained you to say. I know you struggled in that one.
Well, Mitchell's going to cover the number one, and Jackson I'm not too thrilled of, our second corner. So I like, one of them are going to do good. I like Jamar Chase to still do good this week, even though Burrow's not throwing to him. Malik Neighbors this week against Kansas City.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson against Cincinnati. St. Brown against Baltimore. And Nico Collins against Jacksonville this week are my receivers. I guess tight end, I'll just say a couple here, and then we can start the picks.
Okay.
I like Trey McBride this week, Brock Bowers this week, Sam Laporta, and I like Dallas Goedert since he's coming back this week.
Oh, there you go.
And just for you, I like Jake Ferguson. Yeah. So that's my fantasy guys for this week.
That's good. Okay, let's begin. Our first game we have is the Colts and the Titans. Who you got?
Colts and the Titans. I got the Colts this week.
Okay.
I like how Jonathan Taylor's playing. I like how Daniel Jones is doing pretty good with them, believe it or not, which is a shock.
That is, right now he's having a little bit of a renaissance right now.
Their offense is, on paper, much better than Tennessee. Tennessee, like we talked about, is young and upcoming, but they're not there yet.
No.
So I like the Colts on the road this week against the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts too. Like we said, Daniel Jones is playing phenomenal football right now. He's having a little bit of a renaissance, which is a shocker. Didn't see that coming. You got Jonathan Taylor, Pittman. I can see those guys having good games, and that defense getting to Cam Ward. So I'm going to take the Colts in this one, too. They have the Colts as 4.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I have the Colts with those points.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts with the 4.5, too. Over or under 43?
I'm going to say over 43.
Yeah, I'll take an over, too. I'll take the over in that game, too. Next one we have is the Packers and the Browns. Who you got?
Packers and Browns. I got Green Bay this week. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think the Packers are too dominant right now.
Okay.
They got everything going for them. So I got the Packers winning Cleveland. Their offense ain't what we talked about, and they just don't have enough people to get the points there, and their defense is strong. Their defense can only do so much. So, and Green Bay's defense is looking real good right now.
Oh yeah, it is.
Since they got Parsons.
Yeah.
So, I got Green Bay win this week.
Now, I'm going to take the Packers as well too. I'm going to go with Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs doing good. Also, Dobbs and Tucker Kraft. And the defense, I could see Mike getting to Joe Flacco. So that's not going to shock me there. So I'm going to take the Packers in this one. They have the Packers as 7.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I got the Packers with 7.
Okay. I'm going to take the Packers with the 7 too. Over or under 41?
I want to say under 41.
I'm going to go over in this one. I think Green Bay will put up a shoot. I'm not going to say a shoot. I think Green Bay might blow out Cleveland. And the way how they've been playing, I'm going to say they blow them out. So I'm going to go with the Packers with the over in this one. Next one we got is the Bengals and the Vikings. Who you got?
Bengals and Vikings. Carson Wentz making his comeback.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Okay.
They got the more offensive power. Minnesota, like we were talking about last week, looked like a dud. I know Carson Wentz is coming in. They have no Aaron Jones this week. He
Ooh.
got hurt with a hamstring.
Oh, man.
So he's out 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh,
so Jordan Mason's the running back.
Okay.
The Bengals are probably just going to be focusing on Jordan Jefferson, double teaming him.
Yeah.
So I got the Bengals with Jamar Chase having a big game here. Chase Brown doing good on the ground, and T. Higgins having a good game as well. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati with the offense.
I'm going to go on a whim here. I'm going to go Minnesota here. It's in Minnesota. I know that was JJ's game. Carson Wentz, I think, may have something to prove here. I'm not saying trying to get his job back, but he might have something to prove. And they're like, hey, if I can get us to, like, JJ's only out for 2 to 4 weeks. If I can get us, like, maybe to 3 to 4 wins, and maybe there's a point where, hey, JJ learns a little bit more, and I can try to push this. But I think this might be, like, a little proving here for him. So I'm going to take the Vikings here. I could see more of this being, like, Jefferson and Jordan Mason here. So I'm going to say them doing it. So I'm going to take the Vikings here. Since you were taking the Bengals, they have the Bengals as 3-point underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm taking the points.
Okay. I'm going to take Minnesota with the 3-point favorite. Over or under 41?
I'm going to say over.
Okay. I'm going to take over 2 in this one. I'm going to take over in that one, too. Next one we got is the Steelers and the Patriots. Who you got?
Steelers and Patriots. Yeah. I'm going to go with New England here.
Okay.
New England's at home.
Yeah.
Coming off the big division win against Miami. They got a good young team. Their defense is pretty not too bad.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, they got no run game. They got no receiver besides DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that's about
and
it.
Aaron Rodgers, he's looking like he's up there in age right now.
Yeah.
So, and their defense doesn't look like they're the same defense like they have in the past.
No,
Steelers.
because it's not like the Steelers' defense. We've been saying what the Steelers were fundamentally off on was the defense.
And in the past 2 weeks, have you really even heard Watson's name?
No, I have not. Originally, the time I did.
He got that contract, and now you haven't heard his name.
No.
But, yeah, I got New England at home this week.
I did pick Pittsburgh earlier with my own show by me. I'm actually going to change my mind on this. I am actually going to take the New England Patriots in this one. It's in New England. Pittsburgh's defense has not been doing good, and the only person you'd have to watch out for with Pittsburgh is just DK. And we're not talking about a prime Aaron Rodgers here. So I am going to go with the Patriots in an upset here, so I'm going to take the Patriots. The Patriots are 2-point underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I have the Patriots with the points.
Okay. I'll take the Patriots covering with the 2. Over or under 44?
I'm going to say over 44.
Let's say under because it's not easy to put up points in New England at times. I'm going to take a under in this one. And this isn't like before how it used to be Pittsburgh and New England. It was Ben versus Brady. I know it's not going to be turning into that, but I'm going to take an under in this one.
Okay.
Next one we got is Raiders Commanders. Who you got?
Raiders Commanders. I got. Damn, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Because Jaden's out, and like I said, before I made mine, I thought Jaden was playing. That's when I said I might change my pick on this one, too.
I'm going to go with Washington. I'm going to go with their defense here with the veterans, just for the fact that Geno Smith looked horrible Monday night.
Oh, yeah, he did. He looked like garbage.
He looked like the Geno Smith with the New York Jets.
Yeah.
And, I know they have good with Genty and Myers, and Brock Bowers, but other than that, I don't trust their quarterback.
No,
so
I don't.
I got Washington here at home.
Okay. I'm actually going to keep my pick of Washington because at the time I was going to pick Washington because I thought Jaden was playing because he's out for this game. I think Marcus Mariota holds the fort down. They get a good game out of that defense. And how the Raiders looked on Monday night, Genty didn't look good. Geno didn't look good. And I'm going to take the Commanders in this one. They pull this one off. They have the Commanders as 3-point favorites. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I got Washington covering.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take Washington covering the 3. Over or under 43 points?
I'm going to say over 30. Over.
You're going to say
33.
Over? Yeah, I'll take an over in this one too. I'll go over in this game. Next one we got is the Rams and Eagles.
Rams and Eagles. The Rams are coming in looking for revenge, but so was Kansas City, and we saw how that happened.
Yeah.
I think Barkley's going to run like he did all over the Rams last year. I think the Rams' weakness is they can't stop the run.
No.
Their defensive line is one of the shortest in the NFL. And the Eagles' front line is going to manhandle them. And I think A.J. Brown and Smith are going to be involved a lot this week since there's a lot of complaining.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a close game. I say the Eagles are going to win like 28-24 or 28-21. The Rams are going to put up numbers when they got Puka, they got Adams.
Yeah.
But I see the Eagles here pulling out a victory.
Yeah, I'm going to take Philadelphia as well too. They go 3-0 because I'll see the same thing like you said. I can see Hurts winning this game with his legs and airing it out to AJ and Devontae Smith. Then we got Saquon. He's going to do damage like he did the last 2 times against them. And I can see the defense getting to Stafford because Stafford does stay in the pocket. And the Rams do not do good against the run. And like I said before, that defense is a bend, don't break. Yeah, Verse is a good player, but I don't see as much as Verse is going to do in this one like he did last year. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. They have the Eagles as 3-point favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah. Eagles cover.
I can see the Eagles covering that 3. Over or under 44?
I want to go over 44.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one. This is not going to be like what happened in the wintertime when it snowed. You got nice weather. You got football weather. So this will be an over between these 2.
Exactly.
Next one we got is Houston and Jacksonville. Who you got?
Houston and Jacksonville. I'm going to go with Jacksonville here.
Okay.
They played pretty good last week. I mean, they should have won that game against the Bengals.
Yeah, they should have.
The Jaguars are. Houston coming off a short week, like we were just talking about. They just don't have the offensive power like they have. I mean, besides Nico Collins and Nick Chubb, that's about it. That's their offense.
That is their offense. And right now, I'm going to take the Jags too. So, again, like how we make our cracks in AEW, I think for a while, Tony Khan's going to be safe for a while unless he does something stupid with his pay-per-view in an hour. So that's the only other way he'll be safe. So, I'm going to take the Jags. I could see Trevor having a good game and Travis Etienne. I could see they try to get Brian Thomas Jr. used. I don't know, but I can see that defense getting to Foye Oluokun getting to CJ. So I'm going to take the Jags. They have the Jags as 1.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm Jacksonville covering.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville covering. Over or under 43?
I am over 43.
Yeah, I'll take an over in this one too because Jacksonville and Houston do put up a lot of points. So I'm going to take an over in this one. Next we have is the Falcons and the Panthers. Who you got?
Falcons and Panthers. They are. Where are they playing at? Carolina? Or
Yep,
Miami?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Carolina.
Woo! Home of Ric Flair.
Yep. You know what? I'm going to go with Carolina here.
All right.
They came on strong last week after falling behind and Carolina seems to play tough at home.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't trust. I just don't trust Felix right now.
Mm-hmm.
With how he looked, I mean, Bijan will have a big game,
Yeah.
but that game last week was a snooze fest.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, God.
And Carolina seems to be, they were clicking. I like Chuba Hubbard this week, and the receivers for Carolina. So I think Carolina pull out an upset here.
Okay. I'm going to take Atlanta in this one. I just know I know Carolina did try to make a comeback. I just have the feeling is Atlanta probably will stop the comeback again. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons in this one. I can see Robinson having a good game running and Tyler Algier, but I think they're more likely. I think it's going to be almost the same result we'll have in Arizona. I think Bryce is going to have a drive, and then either it's going to be a late pick or a game-ending sack. So I'm going to take the Falcons. Since you were taking Carolina is 5.5 underdogs. You taking those points?
Yeah, I'm taking the 5 for Carolina.
I actually am too, because I think it probably might go the same way. It might go to a last minute here, and it's a divisional battle. And Carolina does play Atlanta very, very tough. So I'm going to take Carolina with the 5.5. Over or under 44 points?
I'm going to say over 44 points.
Okay. I'm going to take an over in that one too. Next one we got is the Jets and the Bucks. Who you got?
The Jets and the Bucks. I got Tampa Bay at home.
Okay.
Jets playing their backup Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
They just week 1 they look good. Week 2 they look like they forgot how to play football and shit to bed. They're still young. Tampa Bay is doing pretty good on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
And they're at home, and it's tough to win in Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
With that.
It's not easy to win down there with all that heat down there. Tampa's good at home. I could see Tampa getting a win here with Mayfield going to the 1-2 combination of Bucky Irvin and Rashad White. Also going to Mike Evans and Emeka and Kate Otten, because eventually once Chris Godwin gets back, you look how dangerous that receiving core is going to be when Chris Godwin comes back.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be super dangerous.
Yeah, they're going to be super dangerous when they get Godwin back. So I'm going to take the Bucks in this one. They have the Bucks as 6.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, Tampa Bay would cover.
Yeah, I see Tampa covering at 6.5. Over or under 43 points?
I'm going to say under 43.
I'm going to say over, because Tampa puts up a lot of points at home. And right now, how they've been playing, I'm going to take the over in this one.
The only reason I said Tampa Bay under is because I don't think the Jets are going to put up good numbers this week.
No.
I think Tampa Bay is going to score like 30.
Okay.
And the Jets will probably score like 10.
Okay. I'll spot the Jets a touchdown in the field goal. I'll spot them that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's about it. I just know how Tampa's at home. Now, if this was on the road, then I might set a little bit of an under in that one, but I just know how Tampa is at home. Next one we have is our 4 o'clock games, the Saints and the Seahawks.
Saints and Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Seahawks here.
Okay.
They're playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming off a big win last week. And the Saints I'm going with them the past 2 weeks, and they really haven't showed me anything.
Right.
So it's going to be tough to play there in Seattle. So I'm definitely going to take the Saints here. I mean, the Seahawks here.
I'm going to take... Sorry, go ahead.
Walker's going to do good. They still haven't used Kupp that much, which is surprising.
Yeah, they have not. They've been just using Smith and Jigba because he's had like back-to-back 100-yard games.
Yeah. So, but I like Seattle here at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take Seattle at home too. I think this is going to be more of a Kenneth Walker game and Zach Charbonnet and also Smith and Jigba. We haven't seen much of Cooper Kupp since he's been traded there. He hasn't done anything yet. So I'm going to take Seattle with the win here. They got the Seahawks at 7.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Yeah, I'm taking the points for Seattle.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take the points with that too. Over or under 41?
I'm going to go over 41.
Okay. I'm going to take an under because Seattle, it's not easy to put up points in there. So I'd say probably gets maybe somewhere they get 38 or 37. So I'm going to take an under in this one. Next one we got is the Broncos and the Chargers. Who you got?
Broncos and Chargers. I got the Chargers winning this one.
Okay.
They look good. They look good right now.
Yeah, they do. They do look good, and this isn't looking like a fluke here. This, like you said, this was your sleeper team.
Yeah, their passing game is pretty good. I know they're having trouble with their running game right now, but their passing attack looks good. Their defense looks real good, even though Khalil Mack got hurt Monday night. Denver coming off a game they should have won.
Yes.
On the road, but because of that defensive play that he was jumping.
Yeah, he leveraged. They said, he leaped over. He leveraged.
So they're coming off, and now they got to go to LA and play in LA. So I like, even though it's a division game, I like the Chargers in this one right now.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Chargers as well in this game. They've been playing outstanding football. Harbaugh's been doing a good job coaching Herbert. Running game just needs to get a little bit of work on. So I think this is going to be more of Herbert going to Quentin Johnson, Ladd McConkey, and Keenan Allen here. So I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. They have the Chargers as 3-point favorites. You taking those points?
Chargers cover.
Yeah, I'll say the Chargers covered at 3. Over or under 46?
I'm going to go over 46.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one too. Next we have is the Cardinals and the 49ers. Who you got?
Cardinals and 49ers. I got... Damn, I don't know what I got. I'm going to go with 49ers at home.
Okay.
They're just doing enough to get by. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is going to play, and he's healthy. Okay. So, I don't know. Brock Purdy will be back. I know they said he practiced this week.
Let me check.
So, I don't...
Yeah, I know Brock is still out, Purdy, and I know the other Brock we'll be seeing later on tonight. Because I know Brock was pissed. Yeah, I know Lesnar was pissed when I saw the SmackDown when he literally destroyed Corey Graves and he grabbed Michael Cole. I was like, yeah, I know what this is. He's mad because he's got to open up when he's not the main event. He's pissed off.
Yeah, and Corey Graves sold that, man.
Oh, yeah, he did.
The face plant twice. It's like, well, that's one way to get Corey Graves off the pay-per-view. Have McAfee, have Brock Lesnar beat him up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think Purdy might be back next week. He might.
All right, yeah, I'm just going to go with the Niners here, just for the fact, we were talking about, Kyler Murray does not use Marvin Harrison.
No.
Like he should be for some reason. And 49ers at home, I'm just going to go with them. They got seems like they have the better offense.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to go on an upset here. I'm going to go with the Cardinals in this one. I just think this is more going to be a Kyler game, and I could see him and McBride doing anything. Yeah, I know he doesn't use Marvin Harrison. Connor's up in age, but I just see this more of an upset used by Kyler, and I can see maybe the defense getting to Mac Jones with a last-minute sack here. Now, if this was Brock Purdy playing, I probably would have took the 49ers in this one, but in this, I'm going to go with the upset here. Since you are taking the 49ers, they are 2.5 favorites.
49ers cover.
All right. I'm going to take Arizona with the underdog points. Over or under 45?
I'm going to go under 45.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take an under in this one, too. If Purdy was there, I could see them putting up some points, but I'm going to take an under, too. Next one we have is the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Who you got?
You know what? I'm going to go with the Bears on an upset here.
Okay.
Since they're in Chicago.
Okay.
Dallas coming off that emotional game last week against the Giants. The Bears got to do something here, and they're playing in Chicago.
Yeah.
They got the offense to do it. I don't know what the problem is that they keep having trouble.
Yeah.
They should have beaten Minnesota, but they collapsed.
Yeah, they did.
It's going to be a close game here, though. It's going to be, either team could pull it out, but I think we'll go with the Bears just tad here, and I already know who you're going with.
I actually am going to pick the Cowboys in this one just because of the fact this is Eberflus coming back to Chicago, and he would know every move that Caleb's going to make. So I am going to take the Cowboys in here. I can see Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders having good running games. Shockingly, the running game is actually going good. Shockingly. So far. Shockingly. So I'll say that. I can see Lamb having a good game and George Pickens having a good game. And possibly Kevontae Turpin, too, if he's playing in this one. I could see him being like an X factor in this one. Defense-wise, I don't trust both defenses here. So I am going to take Dallas here in this one. Since you are taking the Bears, they have the Bears as 1-point underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yeah, I'll take the points with the Bears.
Okay. I'm going to take the Cowboys with the 1-point favorite. Over or under 50?
You know what? I'm going to go over 50.
For me, I'm going to go under due to the fact of if it's a divisional opponent with Dak, he does put up points against them on the road. I could go over, but under, I don't know because I know at times on the road, and with this, I'm going to take an under, and I don't know what uniform Dallas is going to be wearing. If it's their throwback one, that white, not the throwback one, it's the one where they normally sometimes wear, it's that white one with that blue star on it, not the white one, it's the color rush one, that's what I'm talking about. If they have those color rush jerseys on, then I know it's going to be an under. Because usually when they have those on, I don't know what jersey they're having for that day. If it's the white one, the blue one, or if it's the color rush one. Because I know sometimes, I just have a feeling it might be that color rush jersey, and that might go under.
Okay.
That's from my experience I've known with the Cowboys, if it's on the road. If they have that color rush jersey, let me check what jersey it is before I decide to go under.
Well, the Eagles are wearing the white jersey, their road jerseys, for the first time in home since 2015 against the Rams.
Okay.
To remind them, I guess, the snow game.
Probably. Let me see. Because sometimes it's out.
Are you talking about the one where the jersey's white and their shoulder pads are blue?
Yeah, that's the one.
Jersey?
That's what I'm saying about a collar rush on.
That's the one. That's what they're wearing this week.
I don't know which one it is. I'll know when I see it. I'll know when I see it tomorrow. But I'm going to take an under. I'm still going to stick with that. If it was at home, yes, I know they put up points. But in this instance, with that I can't trust. That's why I'm going to take an under in this one. Next game we got is the. Let me keep going because I had to go off. Dang it. All right, here we go. The Sunday night game. Chiefs, Giants. Who you got?
Chiefs and Giants. I gotta go with the upset alert. I gotta go with the Giants at home.
Ooh, so you're picking the Smurfs?
Yeah, taking the Smurfville Village.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that the Chiefs got no wide receivers. I mean, who's Patrick Mahomes going to throw the ball to?
More likely, he's going to have to go to Thornton or Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce, well, his mind's on wedding bells right now.
Yeah.
And,
by the way, Travis, if you do happen to lose this game, if you need to go find a hotel, I'll give you where I stayed at for SummerSlam, Fairfield Inn.
And the Giants got off a big outing last week. I think they'll continue the momentum here and get their first win because Brian's on the hot seat here.
Yeah.
If he loses this game, he might get fired.
Oh, yeah, then it's going to get to that point.
Exactly. And, the Chiefs defense, the Eagles didn't attack that defense like the Chargers did.
Yeah.
I think the Giants are going to attack it with Neighbors and Robinson, and Wilson's still going to have a huge game here. So I got the Giants pulling the upset here against the Chiefs.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. The reason being because I know when I've betted on Russ has fucked me over on occasions. And the only time Russ succeeded for me was at time last year with 1,200 when he was in Pittsburgh. I just know from personal experience there's a possibility that this is going to be a good game. It's going to be close. I just have the feeling that Russ is either going to fuck it somehow by throwing a late interception or he may just get sacked. So I'm going to take the Chiefs here, and I can see this probably being decided by a Harrison Butker field goal because I have a feeling this is going to be an ugly win for the Chiefs. Since you are taking the Smurfs, they are 6-point underdogs. Are you taking those points?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to take it too because the Chiefs did not do against the spread last year against the bad teams, and I think this is still going to be that trend again. Over or under 45?
I'm going to say over 45.
I'm going to take it over too because this is going to be a shootout, which it should not be. And I think that this is going to be decided probably by a last-minute field goal. Now, the Monday night main event. We have the Lions and the Ravens. Who you got?
Lions and Ravens. This is a dogfight. But I'm going to take Baltimore at home.
Okay.
They play tougher at home.
Yeah.
Than they do on the road. And the Ravens are looking for, looking for a revenge type deal here with, Derrick Henry just rushing for like 50 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Shot.
Yeah, Derrick Henry did not have the best rushing game that day.
Nah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a shootout, though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no, yeah, that game's going to be a shootout. It's not going to be what happened in 2023 when they played when Detroit got blown out by them.
Yeah, but I say the Ravens pull off the win here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Baltimore, too, in the win here. I could see Derrick Henry. He's got something to prove here. Yeah, he had a bad rushing game, but I think he's going to get it back to what he was. Lamar's going to use his legs, and he's going to go to Flowers likely and Mark Andrews. And I can see the defense getting to Jared Goff here. So I'm going to take Baltimore as well. They have the Ravens as 4.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Yeah, I have the 4 points.
Yeah, I'm going to take them covering the 4. Over or under 53 points?
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to take it over, too, because I think this is going to be a shootout, and this could potentially be, I know I do have Detroit and Baltimore as a Super Bowl pick. This could be a potential Super Bowl preview, a potential one down the road.
Yes, it can.
Yes. So before we end, Joe, what game should we look forward to?
Eagles, Rams.
Okay.
Definitely. That's going to be a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Monday night's game we were just talking about, Ravens and Lions.
Yep.
The Broncos and Chargers game should be a good one. Actually, Dallas and Chicago should be interesting.
Yeah.
And I got to go with Cincinnati and Minnesota.
Okay.
Carson Wentz returns and see how Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Cincinnati does without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Those are the games I'm looking forward to pretty much this week.
Okay. Games I'm looking forward to besides the Eagles-Rams, that's going to be a good one. The NFC Championship rematch. You got good football weather for this one, so no snow, no rain. You got good weather for that game. What else I'm going to say? Minnesota and Cincinnati should be a good one here because we want to see how Carson Wentz does. Let me see what else. Falcons. I'm going to say Falcons-Panthers actually could be a good one because Atlanta and Carolina play each other tough. 4 o'clock ones, Denver and LA. Can the Chargers go off to a 3-0 start in their division and also be 3-0 overall? I'm going to say mine. Can Dallas defense try to not make this like last year, like last week? But I don't know. I'm hoping not. But I get that one. And then Chiefs and the Giants. The one is if the Giants pull off this upset, then it's going to be a lot of panic with the Chiefs. The Chiefs get the win. Okay, then it's not going to be back to normal just yet because they got a tough one next week against Baltimore. But also, if the Chiefs do lose, Travis, you help me listen to this. If you need to cheat on Taylor, Fairfield Inn, where I stayed at for SummerSlam. And last was the Monday night game. So those are the games I'm looking forward to. So, before we end and bid adieu, it's just been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff. I'm Dave Walker with Joe Law. We'll see you on the field, everybody.
Good day, good sports.
Alrighty, I'll see you, Joe.
Hey, guess what?
What?
HBO, right?
Yeah.
HBO Max.